There is some crazy news happening right now. Now, if you are someone that owns crypto or owns stocks, this is a video for you. Or if you're someone that wants to, right? You want to buy here soon, you should be paying attention to what's happening right now. Now, I apologize for everyone that's been watching the last few days. You know, I had a septoplasty. I had a deviated septum, so I got my nose basically fixed. But I sound really nasally. I have some inflammation. I can still talk, right? They didn't say anything about that, so I can still work. So I apologize for what you have to look at. I'm apologizing too for how I sound, but let's be honest, I don't sound that great anyways. I'm just kidding here, but let's talk about what you need to know in the market right now. This might be my only video for the day. We'll see how it goes, see if there's any big news. So stay through to the end of the video. By the way, there have been a lot of people getting banned on YouTube. I actually got banned last week. We have Oscar Ramos getting banned for a week. We have this person getting banned. We have Levi getting banned for 2 weeks. So if you want to follow me somewhere else, just in case I get banned again, there's a link to my Telegram. I'm also going to roll a disclaimer just to be careful. Just a reminder, this is not financial advice. This is not legal advice. Do your own research. I'm never going to reach out to you either in the comment section or through any other means to try to get you to invest in something that I'm investing in or to send me crypto. Some links underneath the video are affiliate links. I may earn a commission, but this is at no extra cost to you. Of course, do your own due diligence. So, I have to give that disclaimer now, just to cover my bases. Now, if you do want to trade crypto, I like trading crypto, and we've seen a pullback like this, and we're at a significant support level. We've seen this a handful of times where we moved up, chopped sideways, went down 30-40%, then moved up again, did the same thing again. So if you want to start trading crypto, if you want to check out BYDeFi, I'll leave a link to it in my link tree. So it'll be the second link down in my link tree. We have this extra special event going on right now where you can trade and get up to $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. The more you trade, the more you get. We've given away $40,000 between the last 2 times that we've done this, and it's for everyone that's ever signed up, right? So if you sign up now, you can participate in all of the future ones as well, which is awesome because it's not just for new members. Now, let's look at what's actually happening. Bitcoin is holding that $100,000 support. We broke down just slightly below $100,000 today, but you can see we're still holding above where we were 4 days ago, which is like 98,700. So just barely holding on. The stock market is down though today, right? The stock market is actually the furthest down it's been since October 22nd, which I laugh when they say this because it's like it's the furthest it's been down in 2.5 weeks. But the fear is real, right? The market's down about 3% or so over the last 5 days. The fear and greed index shows extreme fear, almost like halfway into extreme fear, with the NASDAQ down 1.6% today. So considering how red the NASDAQ is, Bitcoin just holding at this $100,000 mark is actually pretty good. Now, what exactly is causing so much fear in the market? Well, we saw this just today, I guess, or yesterday. There were a lot of job layoffs in October, 153,000. So that kind of scaring the market. But also we have this news. The U.S. government shutdown is expanding today. The FAA officially began cutting 700 flights per day across 40 airports. Airports are now facing a shortage of 3,500 air traffic controllers. So this is starting to scare the market, right? The federal shutdown is expanding. This is frustrating in my mind that the government can even do this, and that some of the politicians, the politicians still get paid when there are a bunch of federal workers that are just out of work. So this is starting to scare the market. It's more of a broad problem now, and this is causing the rate cut likelihood to go up. So even though the market wants to see a higher chance of rate cuts, it doesn't like it at all expenses. It's not trying to get to interest rate cuts by any route, right? Like, we still want a strong economy. We still want people to have jobs. We still want them to be able to spend, so earnings are high. So even though the chance of a Fed rate cut went up 6%, it's still causing the market to sell off a bit because this is starting to become more of a broad-based problem, or a broadened problem. That is what's causing the market to go down a bit today. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some manipulation over the weekend if we saw some whales try to manipulate Bitcoin down. And we'll talk about where it could go here in a second, like what levels to be watching. But I saw this from the Bitcoin Therapist, a very popular page on Twitter or X. He says, I'm quite literally on absolute zero with my cash reserves. I refuse to sit on the sidelines. All my chips are on the table. This is what it takes to build generational wealth. This market is not for everyone. Conviction at all times. Higher. Now, I don't know if the Bitcoin Therapist is just trying to get engagement, and like when you're 100% in or 100% out, you get more engagement, more controversy, that kind of stuff. But I don't really love this approach. I think a lot of people want to be 100% in, all in, because when the market goes up, obviously you get really good returns. But it's very hard to be 100% in, all in, as they say, all the time, because you have basically no way to buy. I guess if you have a weekly paycheck or bi-weekly paycheck, you can dollar cost average a little bit, but it totally doesn't make sense from a math perspective. But I think psychologically it helps to have some kind of cash, and I'm sure there's some kind of emergency fund or something like that here, but I love to have some cash because it helps me buy the dips. And again, like over a long period of time, maybe it doesn't do quite as well, but psychologically I never have to worry about selling. Like I'm on this dip, right? I'm buying some stocks right now. I'm not worried about selling stocks, right? I'm not being fearful because I have cash to go buy really good deals. So I think always having some cash, some rainy day fund for the market to be able to buy extra, I think just helps you stay in the market a lot better. But let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Are you all in, or are you someone that likes to have a little bit of cash? Let me know down below in the comments. Now, what are the big boys doing while the rest of the market is selling off? Well, USDT Tether is buying about 1,000 Bitcoin worth $100 million for their treasury. Tom Lee and Bitmine just bought $140 million in ETH yesterday, so they're still behind Ethereum. Of course, like I said, we could fall lower. These are some of the levels I'll be watching, and I put these up before we fell through. I think it was like when we were back at 107 or 110 or something like that. The psychological or the support level of 103,000 we broke below. We broke below $100,000 as well. We held the previous support, so we actually didn't go quite as low as we did back in, what was that, June? Back on June 22nd, we went down to 98,300. We actually are above that now, which is great. After that, if we fall below, I'd be looking for about 95,000. You can see we've held that as support a couple times as we've gone up and to the right. And then I'd be watching 90,000, and then possibly, we saw some support at 90,000 right here, or 89,000. I see some people talk about 84,000 possibly as well. If we go further down, like let's just say we are in a bear market, right? We're in a bear market and we're going to go down further. Let's say that. How far would we go? Well, if we go down 30%, which honestly, we don't have to be in a bear market to go down 30%. We've done that a handful of times already this bull market. 30% would bring us down to about 88,000. If we go down 40%, that's almost right at the support level at 74,000. Like you can see, we bounced off of 74,000. We got rejected back in March, and then we held it as support in April. So if we went down to 74,000, that'd be about a 41% move. If we went down 50%, that'd be around 62,000. And then 60% is right around 50,000, which I don't think we're going to fall down as much as we have in previous cycles where we fell down like 70%, 75%. But there is a lot of price action right around this $49,000 mark, because you can see, again, we got rejected in January. We got rejected actually last cycle when we tried to rally in April of 2022. And then we held it as support back in August of 2024. And that kind of marked the bottom before a huge run up. I'm just showing you some different levels. I'm not saying we're going to go down there. I actually think we're going to continue the bull run, but this is just a normal pullback. But let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Like, if you can't withstand Bitcoin going down to $74,000, maybe you're a bit overexposed. Just something to consider, right? I don't mind Bitcoin going down to 74,000 or 60,000. I'll start buying then, right? I have been dollar cost averaging here and there, but it's not a significant amount, right? It's not a huge amount compared to my portfolio, but it's starting to dollar cost average so that I get back in the mindset of buying in case we do go into a bear market, then I'm ready to continue to accumulate. I apologize because I feel like the longer I talk, the worse I sound, but let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. The crazy news is that we are down for for a couple days in a row. This is the lowest point we've been in 3 weeks, but the big boys are still buying. Of course, there are people selling. We continue to see manipulators like Binance and some whales that have accumulated a long time ago that are selling off. So let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Again, if you want to trade, check out BYDeFi. There are also links to BTCC, Bitnex Weeks, and Blowfin all on the link tree. Thank you so much. Join me in Telegram, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.